Hello, everyone. It's been a while, I'll say. So today, I just want to spend this time for people to ask me questions on whatever they want. Yes, the whole time. You can ask me whatever. Nothing inappropriate, though. Okay? That's my only rule. Okay? Alright, I don't, I don't really know what class to get, so, this will just use the alien. We're gonna be doing a solo run, also. Also, I'm trying to beat the game with my cousin, and, yeah, I'm trying to beat this game with my cousin, and we only made it to day 14. But now, like I gotta lock in now. There is no time to waste. Like, actually do. I probably only need to get these 3 logs, and then find the coal that usually spawns around the map. And, alright, here it is. So, what I'll tell you. Oh, we immediately have a house right here. That's actually pretty good. Alright, just get the log. Alright, let's go. Alright, immediately craft the old bed because that will give us a ×2 multiplier. Put that right there. Now, I got to go raid the rest of the house for all the stuff we can get in there. Revolver ammo. Don't have a revolver, but it will be useful later for when I do get a revolver. More revolver ammo. Campfire's almost out. Crap, crap, crap. Open up this chest. Let's see what's in here. Flashlight. Okay. Alright, there's gonna be a wolf in here, so. Oh, 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 oh. Let's see here. Broke a fan. That can definitely fuel fire. Is what I would be saying if I was lying. Okay, I gotta go find some fuel. Old radio, I mean, more scrap, I guess. Oh, night's approaching and the campfire is almost out. Sea box. Berries. Okay. I mean, they're not the best, per se. But, yeah, I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it. Okay, I need to find something to fuel back up this campfire. Don't start. Okay. No, wait. If I stay right here and do this, then... Okay. John Ray gun, go away. The dude literally just disintegrated. Okay. I'm not complaining. Alright, get as many pumpkins as possible. Alright. Right, let me craft the map. Took me 2 days to get a map. Let's see here. I don't want to go in this direction. Yeah, I'll go in this direction. Yeah, I'll go in this direction. Alright, let's see here. We got the snowball this time. Okay. You know what? I'll go explore the snow biome. First, I want to clear out this portion of the map. So probably just gonna walk around like this. Wait, didn't I already get everything right here? No, wait, this is a different one. Okay. Right. Get all this stuff. Let's see what's in this chest. Hopefully it's something good. I was right, it was something good. Alright, let's see here. Okay, one closing. Let's see what's in here. Pretty nice in here, actually. How cozy. Hi, guys. Alright. I'm too cold to sprint, so I guess I'll just wait right here. So how's y'all's day? Hang on, wait. Let me actually go back to the campfire. I got a few things to pumpkin. Let's see here to the campfire. Yep, they stopped following me. What? Wait, I didn't get the money for it. No. I got distracted. Oh, man. Tanning flute. Tanning flute. Okay. Oh, there's a word I'm missing. It is. Alright, wolves, follow me. Follow me if you like tomatoes. Okay, we got the crowd here. Right, everyone over here, everyone over here. Oh. Yeah, perfect position. You kidding me? What? Okay, no, now that is actually stupid. I wasn't doing anything, and a wolf spawned right on top of my head. What the flip, game? What the flip? Why is this taking forever? Okay, we just caused a complete massacre in here. Oh, let me actually get all this. Yeah, let's just make sure no one finds out what happened there. Right, open. Spear. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna just go up here. Put the little 5-year-old right there. Alright, I need a bunny foot for the next time the treasure comes. So we don't forget this time. What'd I tell you? Thank you, game. For once, we're cooperating. Not like that. Let's see, I'm gonna go tame some wolves. Well, I know what to name this little guy. Okay, done. Yep, done. Oh, hang on. Tame. Whoa. I did not mean to press that. Okay, night's approaching, so deer, please do not spawn. Seriously though, if the deer spawns, like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? Alright, guys, come on. Oh, it's a deer. I'm gonna just eat this pumpkin real quick. Shh. It's not being run week of the aliens. Might. Yep, we get the alien. Guys, quick, help, I'm being attacked. Oh, W, guys, W. Oh, I managed to shimmy myself inside here. Let me just... No, let me grab the chair. Oh, I need to shimmy myself back out. Oh, wait, I might have just trapped myself in here. No, wait, dude. No, that was an epic save, actually. Once I get out of here, I'm gonna look for the aliens. Because, I mean, I really like the aliens, actually. I mean, I do have the ray gun, which is part of the alien class for a reason. Run, 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 run! Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye, guys! What? Since when can they teleport? Okay, there we go. You put this right about here. A sundial right here. And the compass right here. Alright, pumpkin, pumpkin. I'm actually need to start opening my I need to start upgrading my campfire more. Any aliens around this area? Okay, it shows the cult stronghold symbol. I don't see an alien ship yet. It did say something mysterious is flying above you, meaning that the aliens are indeed in the sun. Right, I need to find these aliens, man. Oh crap, I remember. The cultists are coming tonight. No, dude. I want to find the aliens, man. Hang on. We'll go. Let me get something good from here. So, open this chest. Fuel canister. Exactly what we needed, actually. Right. They're there. They're here. Good job, boys. Holy candle. Set that right here. Burn the evidence. Yeah, burn the evidence, guys. Burn the evidence. Let's see here. I'm gonna go explore this part of the map. There might be the aliens. Uh-oh. Deer. Dumb, you should use your third channel to make a sharing channel with their girlfriend. That's the thing, though. I only post stuff related to Skibidi Ruins on there, so that's not possible. Sorry about that. Let's put that right there, actually. Where are these aliens at, man? Let me go up here. You know what? I'm gonna watch a video of explaining every single FNAF Easter egg 1 through 3. Oh, come on. Of course, that's the ad I get. Nope, nope, I'm skipping that ad. The owl's outside the ring! Wait! Wait, I'm sorry! No, no, no. Crap, crap, crap. Barry, Barry! Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I need to move. I need to move. I need to move. No. Well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, guess we'll go on the public server now. That was a pretty good run though. It was just that hunger thing that got me cooked. Right? Let's see. No, let me Okay. Look. Yeah, let me look around the lobby. Hmm. Okay. Survive on our nights. Finding the missing children will help. Yes, we know, game. We know. Hmm. 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 Don't ask what I listen to in the background. It's what I listen to when I sleep. Right. We all want to send the missing kid. I bet. No.
The third paper seems to update what we learned in the first clipping, informing that 5 children are now linked to the aforementioned incident. We learned that the suspect has been charged, but seems to have been retconned or misinterpreted, and that the children have not been recovered. Finally, we learned that the restaurant has been struggling to convince families to return, saying it's a tragedy. Let's take a moment to acknowledge how incomprehensibly naive Fazbear Entertainment is. They're really trying to convince families to bring their kids back to the restaurant after one of their employees turned a children's entertainment venue into a parent's nightmare. Even funnier is the quote, "It's a tragedy." That's not even acknowledging how bad the incident really was. It's literally just describing it in as few words as possible. That'd be like me trying to convince you to let me house sit your apartment after I burned it half to the ground, saying it was a fire. Another interesting detail is the fact that this newspaper refers to the man using a mascot suit again, but this time they write dressed as a cartoon mascot. This could be nothing, but it reminded me of the Freddy and Friends cartoon in FNAF 4, where we only explicitly see the 4 original animatronics and Fredbear. It is possible that cartoon mascot is arbitrary and is more of a generalization, but it's something that could have major implications to the meaning of backstory. For one, Spring Bonnie does not appear in any bit of the show that we see in FNAF 4. This doesn't necessarily mean he wasn't involved in the show, or that he wasn't in any sort of cartoon, but it's intriguing that 3 games later we finally see instances of cartoon characters, and Spring Bonnie is really the only one missing from the show. This could mean one of two things. One, that Scott is trying to tell us that Spring Bonnie was not the mascot referred to in these newspapers, or two, that Spring Bonnie was removed from the show after the NCI. If the latter is to be believed, that would place the first NCI in 1983, or, although less likely, sometime before. We know that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was opened in 1983, but that location used to be Spring Rock Street, so it's entirely possible that the NCI
Come on, hurry up.
had the same issue. The fourth newspaper tells us that the restaurant eventually succumbed to the bad publicity and was closed. It stated that the company struggled for years to stay in business, but has decided to close by the year's end. We also learned that they haven't been able to find a buyer for the company and or location, and we are left with a remarkably insensitive message from a company CEO. These characters will live on. In the hearts of children, these characters will live on. Sure, these characters will live on in the hearts of the few children who remain after visiting the restaurant. I made a couple of videos describing how I believe this newspaper in particular coincides with the cassettes from FNAF 3. So if you're interested, you can check out my FNAF 3 Follow Me theory or my history of Fazbear Entertainment for a detailed look into all of these newspapers. They'll be linked in the outro. Basically, I drew a connection between these newspapers' claims of struggling to stay in business and the reports of a budget restriction in the FNAF 3 cassettes. There are 2 possible Easter eggs that can become active in the backstage room, each with a 1% chance of occurring. Both of these events are similar and really peculiar. When Bonnie's in the room, he has a rare chance of staring into the camera with hollow eye sockets and pinprick white eyes. When Bonnie's not in the room, an Easter egg can still become active, but instead of him staring into the camera, it's all of the miscellaneous animatronic parts that do it. This is especially intriguing because a lot of the heads participating in this 1,000-yard stare don't seem to have any animatronic parts at all. They're just masks. The endoskeleton, Endo-01, can reasonably be explained by using the same logic that fungi applies to the functioning animatronics. He hasn't been programmed to shut down. The masks, however, really don't have an easy explanation. Here are 2 of my thoughts. Golden Freddy is manipulating them with his psychic abilities, or Mike Smith is simply crazy. These 2 ideas are sort of separated by how you explain Golden Freddy. If you believe he's a real animatronic with some supernatural abilities, like his ability to teleport in and out of the office, then you might find him responsible for the turning heads. But if you think that It's Me is Mike's mind playing tricks on him and causing him to see the ghost of his late brother, then maybe you think the same about the heads. After all, Mike isn't guilty in hallucinating these characters, passing judgment on him as babysitting stuffed aliens. Granted, you believe Mike Smith is Foxy Bro and this guy's older brother, and probably Michael Afton. Again, this could also be evidence that the entire restaurant is haunted, or this Easter egg is mere meaningless. I love the thought that Scott has intentionally injected all of this hidden lore into every piece of FNAF media, whereas he probably just thought, what if the heads looked at you and their eyes went away? That would be creepy. Now, we're all familiar with the sound that Foxy makes when you slam the door in his face, but that sound also has a 50% chance of playing every 10 seconds. With Foxy able to be in Pirate's Cove when this happens, it opens the door to another animatronic possibly being responsible. Scott spoke briefly about this in one of Doggo's streams, saying, I would need to know exactly which sound. Foxy does one of the knocks, and then later writing, who's to say? Could be anything. Now, if we take this at face value, then every time we hear this knock, anything. A hungry customer looking for a late-night snack, William trying to get out of the safe room. To paraphrase Scott's words, this could really be anything. Occasionally, circus music can be heard playing somewhere in the background.
Bro, come on! These wolves, man!
Russell gives you wings.
No!
You don't have small boys crazy about empty romantic weather.
Oh, okay. Now the game's just... What's your Fox felt? I don't need that. Oh, okay. Now there's an alpha wolf chasing me.
With a 1 in 30 chance of occurring every cycle, does this tune have any implications to the story? Well, most likely yes. It's probably a message from Scott himself reminding me and everyone else who hyperanalyze these games where we belong. It could be a reference to Circus Dave's Pizza World, maybe. I don't necessarily think it's an in-world reference to the restaurant, and I doubt Scott was trying to allude to a circus-themed restaurant in the first game, but I think it's an interesting detail.
You know what, guys? I feel like this might have to be the end of the stream. Because, I mean, like... Come on, man. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.